So you know.
I said that.
We're going.
Dude, we're recording. Go.
Fine, whatever. Anyways, alright, hey YouTube, this is Team STD's
Save the Dragons!
Anyways, we're doing a deck profile for Gladiator beasts, and just a basic history on this deck. I've really only had it for about a week. So, yeah, we'll see how this works. First card, Retiari. Good card for macroing little cards like Dark Soul out of the decks, so they don't get their search or their effect. Second card, one Murmillo. He's a good card. Use Test Tiger, Tribute, take out a monster, and then attack and swap him out for maybe a Bestari, take out a back row. Hoplomus, just a good card for opening hand, go defensive, and then swap out for something else. Then you have one Bestari, key card of the deck, using for his fusion summon and contact. Get a Gyzarus out, take out, attack, swap back for other cards like one Secutor. And then we move on to cards like Darius. Running two of him. He's a good card just for recycling your Bestari if it gets killed. You send him out, or if you were running a variant of this deck, which is, what card was that? Elemental Hero Prisma. Yeah.
Prisma, yeah.
I feel so stupid. Anyways, yeah, use Prisma to drop a Bestari, go for Gyzarus, then attack, search out Darius, then bring Bestari back from the grave, and contact fusion again for more destruction. Then you go for two Gladiator Beast Equesites. Those two there. Good card for recycling stuff like your Gladiator Beast War Chariots. Then you go for two Laquaris, just a nice beater of the deck.
Beater.
And then three Test Tigers. Thinking about bumping him down to two when I get Prismas, along with taking out Hoplomus. Then tech cards is Gorz and two Rios. Just another portion of control. Good card.
Control.
Even if they nerfed his effect.
Rio's Rio.
Moving on to spells and traps. We've got three War Chariots. Good card. Good card. Taking out all kinds of crap. Then you've got two teched Bottomlesses. It's a good card for taking out all kinds of stuff. Maybe not small stuff, but still a good card. Then you've got two Solemn Warnings. Good card for taking out summonings. As you might have noticed, it's kind of a control. Then we've got two Bribes. People don't really like this card because it lets your opponent draw.
Retarded.
Yeah, Starfoils, they're kind of stupid. It's like you can't even see them. Anyway, Dark Bribe. Most people don't like it because your opponent draws a card. I think it's a good card because it stops heavy storms and dark holes, and it's a counter trap, so if you really have to, you can take out a Solemn Warning. A lot of people aren't running heavy traps, but, you know, it always helps. I run one Compulsory. I don't really like this card, just because with a lot of the meta, they're sending, you know, you send a monster back, it's good for taking out Exceeds and an occasional Synchro. But a lot of times I find myself having to activate this card on just normal monsters that are being summoned, and then they summon them the next turn, so I never really got around it. Another card, Torrential Tribute. It's just a nice card. Take out swarmed monsters, and yeah, sometimes you lose some of yours, but good card. Prison, just at one, because it's just a nice card, unexpected if they're thinking Bottomless or something. Mirror Force.
That's
Moving
real,
on to,
real
yeah, it's just it's a tech. Not even a tech, wow. Staple. And then Mind Control. Some people don't run this, but it's a nice card. It's nice because you can steal their monster and then exceed with it, or you can just steal it. So you can attack past with Murmillo, and then when Murmillo attacks, like Test Tiger or something, you send Murmillo out, and then you destroy it since you're able to attack past. Book of Moon, just a nice staple. Monster Reborn, staple. Dark Hole, staple.
Blanco Negro!
Two My Bodies as a shield. Right now I'm just testing this card out, seeing how well it works, just over stuff like pretty much to save my monsters, because when you lose your monsters, this deck kind of loses a lot of its speed, and, well, every deck loses speed when it loses its monsters. Overall, just trying it out, seeing how it works. Then we got two Smashing Grounds. It's just a nice card for if your opponent pulls out a big monster and you can't stop it because you're out of other stuff, or if they're negating your traps. It's just a good card to take out big monsters. And then finally with this deck we have 2 Proving Grounds. Most people I've seen are only running this at 1. I think it's nice at 2 just because if there's like certain monsters you want to get like a Laquari because you don't have one in your hand and you want to run over, it's a nice searcher.
Okay,
Now,
let's go on to the extra deck.
That's it for the main deck. And right now,
The basic
I only have 1 Gyzarus,
You get 3
but
later.
I have some coming in the mail, so I'll have 3. You want this at 3 because it's a great card. 2 is really what you need, but 3 is just that reassurance that if you lose the other 2 by Bottomless or something, it's there.
3 for Terry Baby.
2 Heraklinos. I rarely ever use him because he takes 3 Gladiators and you don't get them back. So he's still a good card if you've got the extra Gladiators to Contact Fusion because he negates the destructions with Spell and Trap. Then you've got 2 Utopias. He's just really good for Exceed summonings, you know, pretty much the most common Exceed monster out right now. Everyone has him, but he's still a nice card to have just for reassurance. And then finally we have Leviathan Dragon. I don't really use him a lot because, you know, there's only 2 level 3s that I have right now other than there's the Test Tiger, there's Laquari, and then I guess there's Murmillo, but you don't really want to Exceed because then you lose their effects, but mostly for Mind Control. If you Mind Control a level 3 monster, you get that, and I don't have an extra deck, so that's...
Side deck.
Side deck, yeah. Oh, wow. I'm tired. Anyway, don't have a side deck. And that's it for the Gladiators. So, yeah.
So thanks YouTube. This is Team
Team STDs, Save the
Save
Dragon.
Dragons. So yeah, see ya.